Naija filmmaker, welcome to my very first episode of Dear Naija Filmmaker. This first episode is titled Film Production for Dummies because I'll be taking us to the very basic of film production. So you want to produce your own film. What does it take to produce a film? What happens in film production? There are 5 phases of film production. Generally, most people think that it's actually 3, but there are 5 phases. And the 5 phases are development phase, pre-production phase, production phase, post-production phase, and distribution and market. So a lot of people just think that it's pre-production, production, and post-production. No, I'm here to tell you that there are 5: development, pre-production, production, post-production, and distribution and marketing. So the development phase is where you probably have a story idea, and then you try to develop the story idea. You try to set up a script conference, you get a writer, that's the phase where you develop your story and your script. And if you are not self-funding the film, this is also the phase where you try to get sponsorship, get investors. If you want to go and borrow, this is the phase where you borrow, call your uncles, call your aunties. This development phase is also where you gather funds and gather money for your film. So after you've locked your script, and you've gathered your funds, the next thing to do is pre-production. So that's when you move into pre-production phase. So pre-production phase basically is now where you start planning for the film with your script and the money that you have. So this is where you create your budget, you create your shooting schedule, you start to go on location, recce, you bring your crew members together. If you're not directing, this is where you hire your director, your cinematographer, your sound designer, your set designer. This is where you plan your entire production. And let me tell you, your production depends on your pre-production. If you get your pre-production wrong, your production is going to be a mess, because production comes with a lot of pressure. So proper planning is important. So please don't skip pre-production, because a lot of people tend to just rush into production and skip pre-production. No, do your due diligence in pre-production before you move into production. So after your pre-production, after you've tied all the knots, the next thing is to go into production, which is also known as principal photography. So this is when you start shooting with your shooting schedule. So this is when you start going around from one location to the other, trying to shoot everything that you have planned that you want to shoot with your script and your production schedule. And of course, after production, you now move into post-production. And the post-production phase is also a phase that can actually take a very long time depending on your film. So post-production is when you start editing your film. You give your film your editor, you do the visual editing. When the visual editing is done, you lock the lock picture, and then you move into sound. And then the sound designer starts to work on it. Clean the audio. If you need to do an ADR, do the ADR. If you want to do a film score, this is where you just put everything together. And of course, after that, you now have your film. So after you have your film, then you move into distribution and marketing. You don't start thinking about distribution and marketing after your production or after post-production. You start thinking about your distribution and marketing from development, from that first day, because your distribution and marketing platform will determine how you want to make a film, will determine the kind of film you want to make. For instance, now, the quality of a YouTube film is not the quality of a cinema film. So your budget will determine but your budget also determines your distribution and marketing. So it's from development. Basically, you start deciding, okay, this film that I want to make, or this script that I'm building and I'm developing, where do I want to take it to? Do I want to make it as a YouTube film? Do I want to take it to cinema? Do I want to sell it to a film platform like Netflix or Amazon Prime or HBO? This is where you make the call at your development stage. And of course, then when you now get to distribution stage, you now start taking the step and start doing your marketing. If you want to do billboard, if you want to do social media ads, just to market your film and get it out there. And a lot of filmmakers also do not start marketing after post-production. They start marketing from development or even pre-production. I don't know if you've noticed that recently Kemi Adetiba posted a gift that she received from Netflix, and she brought it out, and then we saw something to kill a monkey. I think a film that she's working on now. That is marketing. I don't even know if they're in production yet. They're probably in pre-production, but we already have it in mind that Kemi Adetiba is working on a film titled To kill a monkey. So that is marketing. So that means she has started the marketing plan from pre-production. That's a way of marketing your film. So some people start marketing from the very beginning also, but some wait. There are some films that when you go, you have to sign an NDA. That you will not mention, even while you're on set, you will not mention that you're on set till you finish the film, because they want to start marketing after the film. An example is Shantytown. A lot of us, we didn't know when you were shooting Shantytown. We didn't know there was anything going on until I think after post-production, and then we started seeing pictures and started seeing a lot of ads on Shantytown. So yes, those are the 5 phases of film production. Now you know them, and now you can plan your film better, depending on, regardless of your budget, regardless of the platform that you want to take your film to. These 5 phases is required. So I hope you've learned a thing or two. See you on the next episode. Bye.